I said this line about certain things, like being mixed. Mixed has hardships. This is the this is the title that I made. This is the comment I made. There is hardship in being mixed. Two cultures in your head with all the negatives you get from inside perspectives with outside treatment. There is hardship in being mixed. Two cultures in your head with all the negatives you get from inside perspective with outside treatment. That is the thing that a lot of mixed people have to deal with. Having an inside perspective of both cultures with the negative thing of outside treatment from both cultures. In a sense, I don't know. Like both cultures want you to have this negative outlook on this culture that you love. Both want you to hate each side of the culture. In a sense, it's not where it's like, oh, I just want you to hate this. It's not like that. It's like a person who sits there, like, let's say you're in a group of people and you're talking about something, and then someone from the outside comes in and just comes in and interrupts the conversation without knowing and talks about the opposite thing of what you was talking. You would be upset, right? Well, that's how a mixed person, they talk the opposite of what your culture has told you about the culture that they're involved in. I don't know what I'm trying to. It's a tough subject. I'm not smart enough to talk about it. It's difficult. So yeah, that's the thing. Mixed people always feel like the outsider of each culture that they've been raised in. That's how I feel anyway. I feel like I'm the outsider. I, like on my Caucasian side of the family, they're like, you should have a job and you should have middle income, but they don't see the downfalls of, being black and a black side's like, or African side or whatever name you want to say, it's like, why aren't you, you act too white, why are you saying all these white words and stuff like that? Why are you acting this way? You never be white, something like that, That's the example I took from my wife. My wife's deals with her family anyway. That just gives you an example of the whole thing, It's hardship. That's why I said there is a hardship in being mixed. Two cultures in your head with all the negatives you get from inside perspective with outsider treatment. So it's weird. You have an insider perspective and you have an outsider perspective on both cultures that you were raised in. So you have a mix of both things, and it negatively affects you. It makes you confused about who you are because you're not getting the same treatment as someone that is fully in that culture. And you see the divide, like here in America, the divide is big when it comes to economics. A Caucasian will make $100,000 a year, medium income, while a black or African will have an income of a medium of $6,000 a year. I've seen it as a kid. I seen my parents having, a great income, living in a house, had income, and then I go down to Ohio where my black family is at, and they're barely getting by, and then I listen to my father say, well, why do they sleep in all day? Why don't they get up? Like this and that, why he has a failing business and everything else, being propped up by a white lady that is getting a good income because, she's white. The only reason my father's getting a good income is because he's in a household that most black people can't even get because they don't have the money and they're stuck into a cycle of living in this certain area that never has any prospecting givings to it, unless you are selling drugs, and then if you're selling drugs, then you're in the whole cycle of going to jail and then getting a felony and then going through the whole cycle and stuff, and then you have to stay in the same cycle, and it's that's just the worst of being in a bad neighborhood. That's not. The good thing is that you can climb out of it and get a good, decent job, and become somebody good, and have if you work at it, You could find a job, but always connected to the gang members. It doesn't matter, you know. You're connected to it somehow, some way. You're involved in the underworld, and that's the one thing, you know, white people never had to ever deal with in their whole entire life, is be dealing with the underworld, you know, dealing with people that kill, people that sell drugs, people that cheat, lie, steal. They don't have to deal with any of that because they live in a suburb where none of that stuff happens, or they live in rural areas where none of that stuff happens. If it does, it's very rare, and it's already being dealt with by the police, or it's being hidden and no one knows about it. I don't know, you know. Those are the negatives of both cultures. One doesn't experience hardship, the other one experiences hardship. You know, I don't know. All I know is I'm in the middle of this, and I don't want to be a part of it at all. I don't want to sit here and put down black people, and I don't want to sit here and put down white people. But I have. I'm in the middle of it, and I see the insides of both. And white people just fucked me up, you know, and then saved me at the same fucking time. It's weird. It's like, you know, I don't know. And then black people, you know, what did I get from black people, you know? From black people, I got a house. I got a van. I was able to live comfortably for 10 years, you know, because of being mixed. That's the reason I got everything I have, is because I'm mixed. I got into programs that helped me out to be successful in a way, I guess. You know, I got to be a little bit above what regular black people are at, you know, their medium incomes. I had to be a little bit above that for a little while, which helped me, you know, get a house, car. You know, I got a van from church, from a black person. I got something from white people too, you know. From white people, I got, you know, my house fixed up, carpet in there, you know. I had to pay for the carpet, but, you know, I had to pay for everything in the house. My wife's side of the family fixed it together for me. So, you know, family mixed together, you know. Well, these are all emotional things, you know, like, you know, I haven't gotten fucked up by, you know, white people or black. You know, except for when I was a kid, you know, I got fucked up by both sides, you know. When I was a kid, I got beat up a lot. I don't know if that's why I'm so angry all the damn time. White people beat me up, black people beat me up, Mexicans beat me up, going to hurt me or whatever, you know. I don't know. Anyway, that's my video. I'm done talking about it. Maybe next time I'll have a script. I'm waiting for my screw to come in so I can put my tablet on top of the camera and start talking a script, you know, which will be better than me just yapping on, saying random shit. I'm probably just going to delete all this shit anyway, so